I'm 43. I've built my life brick by brick, but it wasn't until I moved to Australia that I realized that a lot of it was unintentional. Hey, I'm Tanya Rae, and welcome to my channel. There's a lot to unpack here where I'm doing exactly that. Unpacking this chapter of my life, one messy box or suitcase at a time. The thing about moving to a new country, even one like Australia that isn't culturally very different from living in the US, is that you're really unprepared for how isolating and uncomfortable it can feel to be pulled away from all of your comforts, all of the little things that make you feel like you. Because you don't just leave a place, you leave literally everything that makes you feel like you. Your family, your friends, your routines, and even the little things, the small little comforts that you don't even think about on a daily basis, but once they are stripped away, it can feel like a lot. It can really stack up. I've been here for 5 months now, and I won't pretend that the first few weeks or even the first month or so was particularly hard, because they weren't. When you first land in a country like Australia, especially if you're switching hemispheres so everything is flipped, it requires a lot of time just recalibrating, getting your energy levels back up. And that's exactly what I was doing. So I wasn't really thinking about the things that I had left behind. On top of that, you're on vacation mode. My husband and I were definitely on a holiday mode, and we were just living our lives, getting sort of settled in, and it wasn't really registering that this was for real. This was our life now. This was home. But eventually things got real, and that wore off, and then I started realizing that I didn't know what my next step was. I didn't have a clear path. I am sitting here watching my husband build his career, and he's doing a new thing that he's been dreaming of, and it's exciting. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for us, but I don't know what's for me. And that's when things started to feel heavy about the decision to move here, because I realized that I had catapulted myself into discomfort, into the unknown. And I'm now faced with the task of asking myself the hard questions and trying to figure out what is my next step. Now every day is a strange mix of extreme gratitude, because I live in this beautiful place, I have this opportunity, and I've got food in my belly, a roof over my head, but at the same time, there's grief and sadness. There's a little bit of depression because I can't just decide that I'm going to go see my mom tomorrow. And realizing the realness of everyone in my life, besides the few select friends I have here in Perth and my husband, being on the other side of the planet is a lot. So watching my husband build his dreams and me starting over and feeling uncomfortable, I started to ask myself, what is next for me? What do I want? And this scary reality of that question, the answer to that question is, I don't know. I really can't picture it at this moment, and that is terrifying to me. I know that it can sound like a cop-out, and maybe to a certain level it is, but every time I try to answer that question, I just have more questions. And that's where I realize that my life hasn't been built intentionally up until this point. Sure, it's not all unconscious. It's not all outside of me. I've made choices. I have worked for things. But the reasons why I created the thing, why I was chasing the dream in the first place, a lot of it was because of what I felt like other people would think about it. I wanted to make other people proud of me or see me as an authority, an expert, or find me impressive. And I'm realizing that it's all about what I think of me and what I think of what I'm doing. And that's probably why I have collected so many experiences, so much education, but never have really found my thing because I wasn't always doing it for me. So in the midst of moving to Australia and getting settled here and realizing that I'm in my discomfort zone, and watching my husband build the things that he has been dreaming of, I realized that I'm at a crossroads. I can either stay here in this space of questioning, what is my next step? What am I here for? What am I doing? Or I start deciding to build my life with intention. Even at this very moment, I can't tell you the answer to what do I want. Besides happiness, right? We all want happiness and success, but it's about what is going to create that. And obviously, I understand that it's the emotion, it's a choice, but that's not really what I'm talking about at this very moment. What I'm talking about is, what do I want? What's going to feel fulfilling in my life? So that's what I'm here to figure out. And that's why I'm telling you. Because I don't think that this is unique to me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like there's a lot of women, specifically in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond, that feel this way of all of a sudden you're realizing that there's probably something more out there for you in some way, and you might not know what that is or how to go about getting there. Maybe your life looks really good on paper like mine does, or it looks fine, but something just feels a little amiss. It leaves us asking questions like, is this really it? Did I choose this? Is this actually what I want? And maybe at some point the answer to all of that is yes, but it's also okay to pivot. Maybe your kids are leaving the nest. Maybe your career no longer feels like it fits. Maybe, like me, you followed someone else in your life on their path and realized that you weren't quite choosing things specifically for you. Whatever brought you here, I think you might recognize some of you in my story. And in case it's not clear already, I want to be upfront about something. This is not a how-to. I haven't figured it out yet. I am just sharing what I'm growing through, what I am juggling right now, and as I figure it out, I'll share that too. At this point, I can't even picture what it is that this path is going to lead me on. But I'm intentionally choosing to answer the questions, even when they're uncomfortable, to sit in that discomfort and allow it to be. Because at the end of the day, I don't want more of what I've already created. My life has been great up until this point, but I know that there's more out there for me. And Australia has given me this big gift. This move to Australia has opened that up to me, that realization that it's time to start choosing my life and building it intentionally. I invite anyone who resonates with this to join me on this journey. And I'm so grateful that you're here, and I hope you have the most amazing day.